For our last story tonight, let's talk about Tesla, the auto giant. This company has given the world a masterclass on speedy innovation and on headline-grabbing moves. But now it is teaching us something else, on how not to fire people. Tesla is in a spot financially. They've seen their worst performance in years. Sales are dropping. Profits are down 55% year on year. The demand for EVs is waning globally. So Tesla is downsizing. They're laying off 10% of their global workforce. That's almost 14,000 jobs. This move began in April, and now the bloodbath has entered its fourth week. Several workers received termination notices last weekend. And I say notices because that's all that they got. The termination emails began with "Dear employee," not the name of the person. And notice the impersonal language used in the email. This company is worth $578 billion. As of April, they employed 140,000 people, yet they cannot figure out how to write an email. This is better than a child's notice writing homework. Former employees are shocked. Many are taking to social media and sharing how their association with Tesla was snapped with a single mail. But the thing is, it's not just about the termination. People saw this coming. Teams were slimming down week after week. People knew that they could get axed. What stands out here is the egregious way in which Tesla is laying off its employees. Workers had their logins frozen. So termination letters were sent over personal emails. Many found out that they were fired only after security did not let them enter the office building. It can be traumatic. But it's also part of a growing trend. We are only 4 months into 2024. Reports say more than 600,000 employees have been fired globally. Mass layoffs have become the new normal. What's unusual is how they're happening. This year, EdTech company Byju's fired 500 employees over phone calls and emails. Last year, Google's parent company Alphabet laid off around 12,000 people. Many who worked for the company for decades got the news in their inboxes. The year before that, Meta fired nearly 11,000 employees. For many, again, it happened over email, and this is happening across industries. People are being laid off online. But the sting is real and personal. Companies claim that this is the only efficient way to fire a lot of people at once. Informing workers personally is too risky and complicated. They say employees can access internal systems and go on a sabotage spree. Or it could be difficult to coordinate multiple terminations, but both the reasons seem hollow. Legally, companies have recourse if employees sabotage them. Plus, these workers need to find jobs again. Will they really go around behaving criminally? As for the complications, managers interact with their teams daily. Why does that suddenly become impossible when it is time to lay them off? No matter the explanation, firing people over emails is an unnecessary and cruel act, kind of like breaking up over text, completely avoiding human contact. It serves only one purpose. It lets managers off the hook. They don't have to face the shock. They don't need to console anyone. They don't even have to get criticized. It's all very convenient, but sometimes it can backfire. It can endanger a company's own interests and reputation because word spreads fast. Future hiring prospects read workplace reviews. Some workers publicly post about getting fired, plus they notice the irony. Employees are pushed to give their jobs their all. Many are expected to give up any semblance of personal life. Work is treated as worship, but more often than not, this is a one-sided relationship. Employees are treated as disposable units. It is dehumanizing. The thing is that there is no perfect way to fire someone. No matter how workers get laid off, it will hurt them. But at least when a manager sits in front of them, shows sincerity and empathy, it can make the process more tolerable. Laying off people is going to be brutal either way, but it doesn't have to be undignified.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. South Africa goes to the polls on the 29th of May. I will track the election and bring you ground reports. Is it the end of the road for the African National Congress? And will former President Jacob Zuma stage a dramatic comeback? From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.